Hello there, I have just ranked the AFL club songs. Check out that video if you haven't already. We're doing it on a vlogging channel as well. We want to grow this channel. And the main channel is mainly for, reactions and predictions anyway. Right! We got love, we got like, we got don't mind, we got dislike, we got hate. I could change it. I'm going to stick with whatever the author of this tier list did. There's a new voting poll thing, that's interesting. So I'm going to rank every team on who I like, who I dislike. I support Hawthorn, so there is your first clue on which teams I might put last and which teams I might put at the top, or which team specifically. Let's start with the Crows. So after Hawthorn, there are 4 teams I like the most after Hawthorn. One of them is Adelaide. So I'm going to put Adelaide there, and you'll find out who the other 4 teams are very soon. First of all, Brisbane. Brisbane, right up there. I like Brisbane more than Adelaide at the moment. Freo, I like more than Adelaide, but yeah, and then Melbourne make the last one. So in that order, I like the Lions, then the Dockers, then the Crows, then Melbourne, and obviously my favourite team is Hawthorn. So you got that sorted. Let's get the other obvious one sorted. Geelong have to be at the bottom, so have Essendon and North Melbourne. I also dislike Collingwood. And these 3 are more our rivals than Collingwood are, but Collingwood are my least like team in the comp. So I have to put them here. I should put North higher, but actually no, it's like first. It's like first. Sorry, it's like first. So actually, yeah, no, that works. Yeah, put Essendon here. The reason Essendon are the ones I dislike the most at the moment out of our rivals is I find them very annoying sometimes, and when Hawthorn played them in round 1 and I was there, I was very stressed out by that game. So I dislike Essendon a bit more now than I did a couple years ago, but yeah, I'm starting to dislike them a bit more and more, although what I can appreciate is they play good football, and they actually are quite exciting to watch. Whether they win or lose, they have some good footy games, but I'm starting to dislike them more and more, especially when they play Hawthorn. So yeah, I don't like North either, but I like them a bit more than Geelong and Essendon. So we'll put it that way. And at the moment, I'm finding Essendon more annoying than Geelong. So yeah, but either way, all our rivals and Collingwood are still bottom because I still don't like them. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Right, the Western Bulldogs are the team I like the most after those 5 teams at the top. I'm going to put them... Actually, you know what? We're going to add an extra section, okay? We're going to add a row below, okay? We're going to make it orange, or... What do I make? Why is it the wrong way around anyway? Shouldn't it be green at the top? Why is love at the... I mean, I don't know. I'll put it there. Yeah, I'll put it there. Right, what shall I name this? Quite like. Very creative, that one, is that? Yeah, because like I'm gonna put these in their own section. The Bulldogs are there. I feel like I like them the most after these 5 teams, which might surprise some people because I've criticised them quite a lot in the last 2 years, but I actually quite like them. I actually do. I like their story mainly of 2016. I was a big fan of that. Obviously, my first season watching was the season after that, but still, hearing the story of it, it was very comparable also to Leicester in the Premier League 2016, same year as well. But that's partly why I like him a lot. But yeah, I like watching him play. Right, the Giants, I didn't like them until about last year, but they've earned my respect, and I like them a bit more now than I used to, a lot more actually. I'm just like, wow, this team is the real deal. And from watching them play, watching some of their players, I'm just like, this is a likable team. And being at their game against Collingwood in the opening round, that was a fun experience. So yeah, I put the Giants up here, and they're probably just below Western Bulldogs in terms of like who I like the most. let's get this over with. There are subscribers of mine who think I'm a Carlton fan, which is a stupid, ludicrous assumption. I've always been a Hawk. But I'm going to say don't mind. I've never liked them that much anyway. I dislike the Suns, I'm sorry, but for me, they're the most irrelevant team in the whole comp. If they make the 8 this season, then I will at least like them a bit more than I do now. But at the moment, I just feel they're a waste of space. But they are improving, so I'll give them that. And I may have been way too harsh on them, predicting them to finish 17th in my ladder predictions. But we're only in round 6, so we'll see. But yeah, that is what I think of Gold Coast at the moment. Port Adelaide. So I like the Crows obviously quite a lot. I don't mind Port Adelaide that much. It's the same like West Coast. I like Freo more, but I don't mind West Coast. So I'm gonna put them there for now. I could put them in don't mind, but I like them more than Carlton. So same with West Coast as well. I put West Coast there. I really enjoyed watching them play in 2018. That was a great flag winning team. I was just like, wow, this team is bloody brilliant. Yeah, it's a shame we never got Richmond versus West Coast in the finals game during that West Coast strong period. It would have been great to see, I feel, but obviously Collingwood ruined that party. But we got a great grand final out of it anyway. But as for Richmond, people think I don't like them, which is hilarious. Basically, I play off it. So like, I predicted Richmond to finish like 9th last year, right? And people said, you're crazy, you hate Richmond. How could you put them 9th? They're going to make the 8 easily, Davidoff. They never made the 8. They finished like 12th. And I was proven right. But people were still running agendas saying, I hate Richmond. Davidoff hates Richmond. I'm just like... So I decided to play off it a bit. And I decided to just throw banter at Richmond in my vlogs and stuff. And people fell for it. So now even Richmond fans think I hate them as well. So it's quite funny. But I actually don't mind them. I actually don't mind them at all. I like Carlton more than them. But I don't mind them that much. I don't dislike them or hate them. People think I hate them, but I don't. I've just realised that Richmond fans are easy to trigger, so sometimes I play off it. Sometimes I just play off that. Sydney, they are the team I probably would have picked if I didn't pick Hawthorn. Why? Because they were red and white. Red and white, you can see this is all Arsenal themed. It's the colours of Arsenal. Also the colours of Sydney Swans. And also I have a friend from Australia who I've met a few times. He lives in Sydney. He's a Sydney Swans fan, and I knew him before I knew AFL. Like, I've known him for a long time, and he supports Sydney Swans. So, like, I could have followed his influence as well on top of that. And, of course, red and white, just like Arsenal. But I did not support them. I chose Hawthorn instead. Was it a mistake? Who knows? Neither team has won. I'm just saying, neither team has won a flag since I made that decision. I'm just saying. Yes, I know they played the grand final, but they got smashed. So they didn't win the grand final, did they? So I'm just saying, since I started supporting, we've won as many flags as they have. I'm just saying. But regardless, I don't mind Sydney. I'm going to say quite like. And then you got the St Kilda Saints. I'm going to say don't mind above Carlton. So that is my ranking. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I think, well, I mean, I think. I support Hawthorn. I really like all of these teams here. 2 of these teams a lot of people don't like, I'm fairly sure. But I like Brisbane the most at the moment. This order has changed multiple times. It was Adelaide, then it was Freo, now it's currently Brisbane. And then Melbourne have always been just the 4th in that category. But I've always liked Melbourne, aside from Hawthorn, favourite Victorian team, and obviously the original MCG team as well on top of that. That's to be pointed out. Then I like the Western Bulldogs quite a lot. I enjoy watching them play. They play good footy, and I love their story of ending their drought. The Giants, they've grown on me quite a lot, and they've proven to be a great team, and I feel they're a contender for the Premiership this year, and I think they can actually win it. Port Adelaide, again, I like Adelaide more, but I don't mind them. I don't think they're like... I mean, I know they're not in the don't mind section, but like, like they're a good club. Like, I don't have an issue with them. I've never had an issue with Port Adelaide, to be honest with you. And same with West Coast. West Coast, I like Freo more, but I never had an issue with West Coast, and I really enjoyed their 2018 season. They were incredible that year. absolutely incredible. And they won a classic grand final as well. And Sydney are pretty good as well. I mainly like them because of Buddy, I guess, but in general, they're a good team to watch. And yeah, it's quite good. Like, they're probably the most successful. I mean, they are the most successful rugby state team, aren't they? Well, I mean, Brisbane have won. Brisbane won a three-peat, didn't they? Brisbane and Sydney have, yeah. Regardless, the point is they're in a rugby state and they're actually like a pretty big AFL club. Yes, I know. Just like the Lions, they merged. They merged with a Melbourne team. I know that, South Melbourne. But still, considering they merged and formed in a rugby state, it shouldn't have worked, but it did. And I have a lot of respect for that. St Kilda, I don't mind them. I think they're fine. I want to see them win a flag. I do want to see that because they've not won it in a long time. Only won one flag out of 1966, a long time ago. And Carlton, I don't mind either. They've suffered a lot, so it was nice to see them do well last year. Richmond, again, I don't mind them. People think I dislike them or hate them, but I actually don't. But yeah, they got one of the best club logos in the comp. They got the best club song. And yeah, so they've got a lot of flags as well. I don't like the Suns. Will that change soon? Who knows? These are rivals, of course. At the moment, out of the three rivals, I dislike Essendon the most, but I dislike all of them. But North are the ones I least dislike out of the other two. But I think that's partly because North are pretty bad right now. Yeah, they beat us a few times, but they're pretty bad. So it's just like, it's not like when your rivals do well, it's kind of worse. Like, you know that saying, always smile in front of your enemies. That will hurt them the most. Your happiness, like. Sometimes Geelong's happiness and Essendon's happiness hurts you more than North Melbourne's sadness, which, I mean, that's kind of obvious, isn't it? But then again, Essendon haven't won a final in like 20 years, so I feel better about that. You know what? They won a flag recently. Nah, they're below Essendon now. And in Collingwood, I dislike them the most. It's not a meme. People think it's a meme, but like, I actually don't like them. I actually don't like them. But I came to Australia this year. I watched 3 Collingwood games. They lost all 3 of them. As soon as I left Australia, they beat Brisbane at the Gabba. So I'm sorry, guys. I should have stayed there. But I'm just saying, you're welcome, St Kilda fans. You're welcome, GWS Giants fans. You're welcome, Sydney Swans fans. Okay? I was there for all of those wins in the first 3 rounds of the season. You're welcome. You're welcome. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I got a phone call. Goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow.